Hello everyone, how are you doing today? Today's video is going to be a bit of a weird one. Two things. A, my first attempt at softly spoken. I don't even know if this counts as softly spoken, but I am speaking softer than I usually would. Ipso facto, softly spoken. As you can see, I have this Elsa doll who I'm not a fan of. I don't know why. Something about her aesthetic is just not doing it for me. I bought this as a gift from my cousin, but was very promptly told by her that she already had it and didn't need it. So I decided to keep it for myself, and I'm going to try and give her a bit of a makeover and see if she can look a little bit different. This may go horribly wrong. I'm just going to say that now. This may go really badly wrong, but I'm going to record it anyway, and hopefully there's some good noises in the mix as we try to transform her. I'm going to start with her hair because it's the most distracting to me right now. It's weirdly crunchy. So I'm going to just try and uncrunch all of it and just kind of see what she's working with. So let's turn her around. It's very long. So if this works out, she'll be getting a chop at some point in the future. But let's remove all this stuff here. Tiny elastics off. Oh, wait there. Scissors to the rescue. Just gonna cut my way through them. I have plenty more. There we go. And another one. Oh dear. Try not to actually cut her hair. Don't want to transform her that much right now. There we go. Let's just see. Oh, she's got lots of hair. And it's come out very nicely curled. Oh, she's got another one up here. This girl has more hair than I do. Jeez. Considering this is like a doll for like children's play, it's extremely, like, the hair feels soft. It doesn't feel like straw-like at all, which you would expect. I'm gonna cut off this top one and see what kind of parting I'm working with. Come on. There we go. Shake that out. I lost half of that elastic in her hair, so it'll pop out at some point. Let's move this stuff out of the way. And she came with this handy dandy brush. Essentially, I want her to no longer be Elsa and to just be another styling doll to add to my collection. So, I'll give her here a brush. As someone with naturally curly hair, I feel like brushing the curls was a mistake, but it was the only way to see what I was working with. Girl, she has lots of hair. It's gorgeous. I can't wait till I chop it and ruin it. But we'll save that for another day. Oh goodness. There's no real plan for this. I'm kind of just hoping I can give her the transformation that she deserves. Oh gosh, I knew this thing would be the problem. Okay, she's looking a bit like she just rolled out of bed, but it's not the worst look. I hope that this softly spoken doesn't ruin this, because I don't know why. I just randomly decided I felt like softly speaking rather than whispering for once. Okay, I didn't think any further than taking out all the baubles, to be honest, so I'm not really sure where to go from here. The only problem is she has no volume up top because it's all strategically brushed back. She is very balding once you take it down, so we may need to let's think about this. We want to give her a different look, so maybe I shall go for the pineapple for now, just to get it out of the way. Just gonna hang her upside down while I try and gather it all. Okay. This is going swimmingly so far. This is why you plan things, people. But no. We also have to have a bit of chaos once in a while. I have this, I don't know what they're called, but they're popular now and I like them because they don't tangle in my hair. But I'm just gonna tie her hair into a messy bun with it. I feel like she looks less Elsa now. Already. Basically just by taking away that tiny piece of hair. But next we have to try and remove her makeup so that I have a blank palette to work with whenever I feel like doing her makeup. Now, I don't know if this will work, but I am going to try and remove her makeup with some nail polish remover, which is 100% acetone. The strongest available nail polish remover. Now, I figure if it's going to remove nail polish, that's a type of paint. This is a type of paint. It's whether it reacts to the plastic that I'm not very sure of, but I'm just going to give it a bash anyway and see what happens. I'm just going to pour some. I think that lid is too small. I need something to pour it into. I have a shot glass. Don't ask why I have a shot glass to hand, because I really don't know. I used to, back in my uni days, I'd have a whole bunch of shot glasses in my room. Often gifted because people assume that that's all uni people want. And I would keep Kirby grips in one and hair ties in another, not shot appropriate stuff, but they make handy little organisation things. Little pro tip for you. I'm going to pour some of this in here, pop the lid back on before I make a complete mess. I'm also going to pop on some gloves because I know I'm going to make a mess. So I have these latex bad boys that I'm going to put on. I have a love-hate relationship with latex gloves. They sound phenomenal, but they make your hands sweat. And that's never good. Oh, rookie mistake. I didn't take my ring off. And it's gonna gouge a hole. So, I suppose that's something I can talk about. I recently got engaged, as you can see by my delightful ring. That's why I've been off for a couple of weeks actually. It's been a crazy time, but I'm still not used to it, so I popped gloves on to dye my hair. I popped gloves on for doing something like this, forgetting I have it on, and it catches on everything, and it's taking some adjustment. Very happy though, so that's fine. But I have my gloves on, protect my hands. I have my alcohol. I'm just gonna start very gently with just a cotton bud that I'm gonna dip and just start working on her lips and see how that reacts. If it works, oh, it does. Oh, goodbye lips. Okay. She may look terrifying with none of this makeup on. I was kind of just trusting that it would work and come together. I'm hoping I don't make it worse. Okay. Now she looks like she ate an ice lolly and it went all over her mouth. Because that's a good look always. I'm gonna take this clean cotton, well, imitation cotton pad. And oh wow, that's just like dry. Okay, I'm gonna dip that in some acetone and then much better buff away the rest of that lip colour. I'm trying not to spread it across the rest of her face. But it seems to be coming off a treat. There we go. De-lipsticked. Now, her eyes are one that I'm debating because it feels like a big step to take away her eyes, and I could never draw them back on. I do not have the artistic talent to draw them back on. But I was playing around with some eyelashes, and I think if I took away her eyes, I could stick lashes on and she would have like the closed eye look. I think it would work. Like, here's an eyelash. But if I stick that there, it's gigantic, obviously. I could use smaller ones, but this is just one I have next to me. I feel like if I took away, see? I feel like that would be okay. To have like a closed eye. She's just shopping. She's just living her best life, having a nap. We'll consider that. For now, I'm gonna take these eyebrows off because her hair is super blonde. Why are her eyebrows so dark? I mean, I'm gonna make them brown anyway anytime I do her makeup because you can't see blonde brows, which explains why they're brown in the first place. My goodness. It's a very scatterbrained video today. But this was very random where I thought, I could do this. I can transform Elsa. no going back now. She's lost a brow. Gotta take off the other one. Maybe she's naturally a brunette, but she dyes her hair blonde to fit in with the ice princess idea. That's it's one thought. Just gonna dip again and take away this eyebrow completely, hopefully. I need more acetone. Okay, I'm liking this blank canvas idea. So this one actually popped off quite nicely. It's got a bit of staining, which the other eyebrow didn't have. Oh goodness, I'm making it worse. Okay. Oh, picking up an eyelash. Christ. Okay. There we go. Now, here's where I'm trying to decide. Do we take off the eyes? What do we think? Take off the eyes, leave the eyes, take off the eyes, leave the eyes. You could always take off one eye, leave the other one, and then she'd have like a split face. But that would also be super terrifying. Maybe I need to draw some brows on her. I'm very indecisive, if you couldn't tell already. Very indecisive. I think we're just gonna go for it. I don't like the fact that it looks like she's looking off to one direction. She has very large eyes as well. For the size of her face, it just doesn't make sense. Teeny tiny nose, very large eyes. So that's it. It's decided. Goodbye, Felicia. Or goodbye to your eyes, at least. Right. Oh, we're going for it. We're just going for it. Goodbye. If you're just tuning in, we are annihilating Elsa today because she was never that nice to Anna, so she deserves it. Just joking, obviously. Just felt like giving her a change. Oh, that's something I hadn't considered. I think she might have an eye socket, like molded in. Let's find out. Take my cotton pad, dip once more in my acetone, and wipe away that eye. I'm spreading it everywhere. I need tiny fingers to get into the crevices. Oh, I'm making it worse. Okay. She is positively terrifying. Excellent. But aren't we all before we have our makeup on? So let's just keep going with this and we'll fix her. Probably. More alcohol. Nope, not alcohol. More acetone. Acetone, alcohol. 6 and 2 3s in it. Right. Gonna remove this eye. I need more acetone. I've run out. Get my bottle back. And then we'll go back in with our cotton pad. Dip into there. And scrub, 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 scrub. Is this actually Elsa? I've just realised that this may be Anna. I don't know. I have seen the movie. Like once. About 4 years ago. I think she's Elsa. Oh goodness. I shall ask my niece and my cousins to educate me. But then what does Anna look like if this is Elsa? Oh yes, okay. I remember now. It's all good. Okay. Hopefully. Okay. Well, that's gonna haunt your night, and that's gonna haunt your dreams, and nightmare inducing. You're welcome, everyone. You're so welcome. I aim to please. Okay, I'm gonna pop this away. I guess now it's time to try and give her that transformation that she deserves. That glow up from Elsa to Eleanor. No, Elsa is not short for Eleanor. From Elsa to Elsandra. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rabbiting on and just get on with it. Let's do her makeup. I'm gonna start off with a bit of primer. Got this NYX Angel Veil Skin Perfecting Primer. I'm just gonna dot that on her face. And use my hands to blend it in. Because I imagine this is her first experience with primer, so she's not gonna know it can get better and that sponges and brushes exist. Let's ease her in. Gonna get her chin. That smile in those eyes. Really, it's a really powerful feeling. Oh dear. It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. Elsandra, dear. Maybe you need a name change. Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to ditch the gloves and potentially bring them back if I mess with her hair again. But now that I'm done with the alcohol, I just realised, alcohol, acetone. I realised I don't need them, so goodbye gloves. Plus, to be honest, my hands were really starting to sweat in there, so I'm glad to take them off. Okay. That is her all primed. Now for her base, we have this L'Oreal Paris Louis Magique Light Infusing Foundation. Flawless skin as if lit from within. Liquid light technology. Just gonna pump that. I feel like this is gonna come across like when you first start using makeup and you never, like, you've got your shades all wrong and you're just a bit orange but you feel fabulous because you're wearing makeup. That's the vibe we're going for here with dear Ellie. Ellie, that'll work. Like, she matches her chest now. She was super pale before. Like, look at that side. There's no colour match there. That's not okay. But maybe there's not sun where she's from. I don't remember. There was something about snow. And that's about as much as I remember of that movie. Anyway, she's left that life behind her now. She is no longer Elsa, and she is now Ellie. Just gonna keep on blending that in. Take it down her neck, make it all match up. Married together. There we go. You do. You suit a bit of a tan. You do suit being a uniform colour with your neck. So I feel like this glow up is really happening. They grow so fast. Oh. Okay. I think that all looks blended in. I'm going to pop a little bit of concealer on. It's the Collection Lasting Perfection Ultimate Wear Concealer. Up to 16 hours of wear. This is a fair one. Just going to dot some under eyes. T-zone, chin, tip of her nose. Why? I don't know why. Because I felt like it. And blend it in. Blend it in. I can almost guarantee I watched this back and wonder what I was thinking. What I'm talking about. But hey. Gotta enjoy a bit of random chat every once in a while. There we go. Then I suppose we best set her face, so I'll use this e.l.f. powder. It's very basic packaging, so I really, aside from saying fair light, I have no idea what this is. I just know it looks like powder. So it's some form of powder for her. I'm just going to take this fluffy brush and just tap, 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 and brush, 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 brush. Tap, 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 and brush, brush. Down her neck. She's definitely going to get less creepy in the next few minutes, guys. Hopefully. Let's just stay optimistic. Okay. Now, let's move on to a little bit of contour. Because she's got some fabulous cheekbones, but hon, where is your nose? So let's take this bronzer. It is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in Deep. I'm going to just try a different combination of brushes until I get a nose happening. So I'm going to start off with this really fine liner brush. Just dip it in here. To be honest, I thought this was matte, but it appeared to have some shimmer, but that's okay. And we'll try and give her a bit of a nose. Do we need to go darker? Potentially. Let's just keep going with this for now. Okay, that's too fine. Let's try this thicker, fatter, but still quite flat brush. Let's try and brush away all that fallout. It has that annoying texture of skin, a bit like... I do have another doll head, I can't think which one it is, where it kind of clumps rather than blending, but I suppose she wasn't really made for this. But this is your new life now. So get on board on. You're a model. You have been discovered. Okay. I think she has a nose now. I hope this shows in the camera, because I'll be thoroughly annoyed if not, because she's not looking bad, you know. This nose is giving her a bit of dimension. It's terribly blended, but you can't get perfect at makeup right off the bat. She needs to learn that. We all have to go through our questionable phases before we actually start to figure things out a bit. Okay, so we've got a nose. She needs a bit of contour on her cheekbones, so we're going to take this finer, it's not that fine, but it's more of a contoury type brush. Dip. Find her cheekbone. Go from her ear downwards. As well. And then on this cheek as well, try and give her equally chiseled cheekbones. She needs to be like that girl in the movie who is already absolutely stunning, but for some reason they put a pair of glasses on her and portray her as like the ugly duckling. And don't worry, because once they take her glasses down and like straighten her hair, she's the most fabulous girl of them all. It never makes sense, because like I have glasses, and when I discovered straighteners, I did not magically become a princess overnight. Sometimes I do not appreciate movies building up my life to be one thing. But I'm older and wiser and couldn't really care less what people think about me. These days, if I straighten my hair, well, it's usually because I got bored and decided that straightening my hair was a fabulous way to procrastinate. So we did her forehead there, because it's a bit huge. And just going down her cheek bone, or her jawline even. Oh, she is very bronzed. But that's fine. Maybe take it into her collarbones. Give her a bit of definition there as well. Why not? If you've got it, flaunt it. If you want to. It's your choice. Okay. She's looking a bit like a hot potato at the moment, but that's fine. We can still work with that. I'm going to take a fluffy brush now, and I have this blush palette from A Revolution. It's actually a cheek kit, make it count cheek kit. Oh, highlighter and bronzer kit. I thought it was a blush palette, but it's a highlighter and bronzer kit. But I'm going to use this shade as our blush. So I'm just going to tap my brush in there and hope it doesn't come off super strong. No. Is it coming off too brown though? Maybe I should find a blush after all. Okay, let's find a blush. Okay, so I have this Tarte blush in Peaceful Amazonian Clay 12-hour blush. Oh goodness, why can't I open these every time? And I'm just gonna dab my brush in there and pop it on her cheeks. Yeah, I think that looks better. I don't mind if I go a bit high with it because I figure the eyelashes that I pop on are going to cover up some of it. So it's all good if I go a bit ham, which I clearly am. Okay. There we go. And then, I mean, she's already super glowy, but I can't not put highlighter on her first outing. So I'm gonna just keep going with this cheek kit and dab into this kind of peachy golden shade. I don't know what you'd call it, but this one. Anyway, I'm just gonna swish, 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 and then swish, swish. Oh, look at you glow. Same again on this cheek, just and then we need a little bit for, oh, you know what, let's just go for it. Go back in. Let's go down her nose. Our cupid's bow. And her brow bone. We're going to go full glow up here. We've decided. There we go. Now I realise that she still looks absolutely mental, but we're getting there. I'm going to tidy some of this stuff up here because it's in my way. Now I need to give her some brows because her last ones weren't doing it for me, but for some reason I thought my freehand ones would be better. Let's just live with regret. Reminder, this is her first makeup experience and we've all definitely gone through some questionable brow phases, so it's girlfriend's turn here. I'm going to use this NYX Fill and Fluff Professional Makeup Pencil in brunette because we've decided she's not a natural blonde. This is bleach. And I don't have a blonde pencil. Start by brushing where her brows should be because there's some very fine baby hairs there that you just can't quite see. I'm just going to take the pencil end and try and draw in some brows. Let's just see how this goes. Well, that's clearly too big. Yes, I do have brow templates somewhere. No, I do not know where they are right now. I can guarantee if I turn around and just had a look for 2 minutes, I'd find them. But that would be too easy. Yeah, sure. I have very dark hair myself, naturally. So I hardly ever put a little bit of brow product through just to fill in like the teeny gaps. But I never have to like outright draw my brows, so I never like know how to do it. And it fascinates me that people have such perfect brows, because I just, no matter how many videos you watch, I'm always left wondering how they managed to draw it on so well. Okay, so I do believe we have one brow. I don't know why it comes down so far though. Let's try and erase that. There we go. Oh, girl, you look super crazy, but that's okay. We do love a good power brow. Let's try and do this side. Okay, so straighten your head for one. And then there. Sure. Another one of my flaws. I lose patience by the time I get to this eyebrow. And it gets a bit more free-spirited is the word. If anyone's made it this far, bravo to you, because this just makes absolutely no sense. I'm just rabbiting on. But this is generally how I am in real life. Just chattering about anything and everything, and only vaguely caring if someone's paying attention. Mostly just having a conversation with myself, which is exactly what's happening now. Okay, there are two very differently shaped brows, but that is fine as long as she has two. Yeah, this is a look. No, I went too far. Should have stopped. Dialed it back. Okay, so this one is more like choop, and this one's more choop. But they'll do. Gotta try and get them level. I just said I was gonna stop, and story of my life. Gotta keep on fiddling. Right, now we stop. Then we just take our spoolie and give it a light brush to try and make them a bit less harsh. Even on a doll, it works wonders for picking up all that extra product that nobody needs. Okay, take my sponge, clean up any crazy bits. She's not looking bad. I mean, she still looks crazy, but like, we're gonna go ahead and trust the process on this one. Now moving on to her eyes, which will hopefully solve the terrifyingness thing that she's got going on. I'm going to try using this e.l.f. Mad for Matte Jewel Pop palette. Mostly because I don't know if I've used it in a video, and it has some very pretty shades in it. So I think I'm going to start off with this palest colour to put all over her lid, just so that the other colours have something to actually stick to, because again I don't know how they're going to act on her because I've never put makeup on her before. My theory is that this is how it would work on a person. So, of course it would work this way on a plastic doll. Okay. Let's hope that that works. Because I would be tempted to put eye primer on her, but it just makes her lids really slick and it doesn't work well. Now I don't know what colours to actually go for her look. Maybe these purpley blues. Let's take this flat brush and let's go for this blue. And I'm just going to pop it all over. Yeah, it's not showing up that well, which was what I'd worried about. But it's fine, we're going to work with it. Where's that fan brush I was using? It's good for sweeping stuff away. There we go. It's fine. We can build that up. We'll turn our head, do the same on the other eye. Whoops. I was trying to not get too much fallout, and instead I created a bunch of fallout. 5 points to Gryffindor. Yep, that's right. I'm a Gryffindor. What you gonna do about it? Let's brush it away. There we go. I think the big brush works better, actually. I really want this to pop more, so let me think. Now this might make it worse, but it's worth giving a try. So I have this white colour Riche Kohl pencil by L'Oreal again in Immaculate Snow, and I'm just going to try and pop that across her entire eye and hope that this works as a stickier base. It's not like slick like a primer, so I'm hoping it'll work as a base. Just going to use this brush to try and smooth it out. So I have like a surface to work on. I think this crazy eyeshadow's still better than the hollow eye sockets of creepy that she had. Okay. Now I need a different brush because I just used that one. I have this very similar brush, but this one's just an e.l.f. one. I'm gonna go back into that blue. And then, there we go. That's what we were looking for. Pat that all over on top of the white base that we just put on. There we go. And now on this eye. Oops. This video is going to end up being very long, but that's okay. If you're clicking around and you've stumbled across this part but you didn't watch the whole thing, that's fine. I'm not judging you too harshly anyway. Nah, just kidding. I don't know you. I'm not judging. Brush away the fallout again. And then I'm going to take this MAC 217S brush and then I'm going to dip into the purple shade that's just below the blue. And try and blend upwards with purple. This may not work. Again, skin texture issues, but conceptually, as long as y'all feel me, then we're good. Yeah, this isn't working, but that's fine. I'm going to play around with her skin texture more in my own time and figure out what works for her. It's kind of clinging like where the white was, so maybe the plan next time should be to take the white pencil all the way up, blend it in, and then put it over that. But I don't want to mess up the blue now, so we'll just bear that in mind for next time. Just blend. Blend, blend, blend. It's nice to have some lid space to work with, because none of my other doll heads have that much lid space. Well, they do and they don't. This is more, oh, I don't even know where that sentence ends. I'm just going to let it end by talking about something else. Hopefully someone is watching and doesn't think I'm absolutely bad mental. Gotta say a word I shouldn't say there. There we go. They don't match, but it's the kind of thing that if I do play around for too long, I will make it worse. Oh, it looks pretty in this bottom corner. Okay, take a bit down there. Okay, hopefully she's not going to look like she has two black eyes when I watch this back. Because in person, she's not looking too shabby, you know. She looked better. Actually, has she? Because before she was Elsa, and now she is a grown-up Ellie. And we want that for her. So yeah, you currently look the best you've ever looked on. Gonna pop on a bit of eyeliner. I've got this Clinique Pretty Easy liquid eyelining pen. going to pop lashes on first because then I'll actually know where the liner's supposed to go. Okay, so I just tried to stick lashes on her and she looked insane. I was using the big giant fluffy ones because they were all I could find, but she did just look like a mental case. So I found some other ones which still aren't the ones I was hoping to use, but they will do for now until I can sort my life out and actually find my other lashes. So I'm going to try and... So these ones are ones I've trimmed, so I don't think it's long enough. If I go like that. Actually, maybe. But that's why I was wondering if I should stick a second one on top. Or if that's too much. Too much? And then we'll stick on the other side as well. She might actually have looked fine with the other ones. I'm just personally not used to lashes, so it just looked crazy and outrageous to me. But to someone else, it probably looks perfecto. I quite like that. They are a bit much still, but that's okay. She's just living her best life. I'm gonna try and give them a bit of a curl using my bejeweled eyelash curler. Okay, maybe not, because her cheekbones are just so high. A little bit, there we go. And then we'll pop some mascara on. And I have this Lancome Monsieur Big. And we'll just pop some of that on. She's got such high cheekbones that I'm getting it on her cheeks. And then go back with my spoolie and just comb through, because we don't want any clumps. And now we can go back to popping on the eyeliner, which we were going to put on earlier. So we're just going to go over the seam of where her lashes are. So the lash glue tends to make the liner go a bit weird, but we're hoping that we can hide that. There we go. And let's give her a wing, because she's grown up now. And she needs to have a wing. Living her best winged life. Hey, I've just realised she looks a bit like Tinkerbell now. That was not meant to be the glow up. She was not supposed to go from Elsa to Tinkerbell, because Tinkerbell is like even younger, if she even has an age. No, okay, she's not either of those things. She's just Ellie. Really cool, grown up Ellie. Friends with my pink haired pal who doesn't actually have a name. And if you're unfamiliar with who my pink haired pal is, I suggest you check my other videos, because I have a pink doll head that I am a big fan of. The other eye ended up a lot more wingy and cute, but oh, I like that. Why don't you do that on this eye? That's fine. Okay, so yes, these lashes are still teensy weensy bit too dramatic for my liking, but I think it's better than no lashes. They just need more curls, they're not sitting down so low. But I like literally can't get them to do that unless I like hold, drop, oh, curl. Okay, so push up. Well, this side's not as bad. Push up, clamp, and curl. Up, clamp, and curl. Okay. So, I very annoyingly already did her lip without realising that my camera had died. So, I'm gonna do it again, and hopefully it's not too crazy obvious that I had to take off her lip and start over. So for her lip, I'm going to be using this MUA Luxe Velvet Matte Lipstick in the shade 5. I'm not sure if they even make these anymore. I'm just going to take one of these lip applicator brushes. Just rub that on there. And try to create some kind of shape here because she has really thin lips. But they just don't match the rest of her, like, well, I suppose they do match the rest of her face, but they're just a bit too long and thin. And I think she'd suit shorter, wider. So let's try and do that. So we've given her a cupid's bow. Oh, that's fine. You tilt your head back for me. The lips are always the bit that I end up spending forever on. And then when I edit it, I just get frustrated at myself, like, why you do this? Why you do this every time? So my goal for today is not to have that happen. Plus my camera is still not fully charged, and if it dies again, I may just go crazy. Because I've mentioned this in another video, but if you didn't see it, I can only really film at certain times of the week when I have an empty house, because I have dogs and a cat and my partner, and it just gets noisy in here. So we have a trade-off where, like, once, maybe twice a week if I can wrangle it, I get the house to myself for a couple hours, and I usually use the quiet time to film. Oh, her lip's getting a bit crazy. Little bit crazy. So I'm not trying to go for the whole, like, following of her lip shape because it is just way too long for me. Just trying to create like a small, petite lip. Which I'm sure I'll get better at doing the more I do makeup on this doll head. But for now, we're gonna just give her a lip to complete the look and then figure it out next time. Okay. Hopefully it's fine. Because even if she looks crazy, if she was going outside, she'd have to wear a mask anyway. Which is mandatory here, where I am. So, lip products have really become a non-problem lately. For me anyway. Okay, it's not even, but it will do. I will take a cotton bud and going to try and clean up this bottom line a teeny tiny bit. But I don't want to faff too much because I will just ruin it. So yeah, maybe not. Maybe let's just quit while I'm ahead. Favorite saying. Anyway, I think this actually completes her look. I still need to figure out how to do her hair better in the future, but at least it's no longer in that ponytail situation anymore. Gonna get some better lashes for her, but overall I think we have our Elsa to Ellie glow up. And this is a new doll head that I'll be using every once in a while. So I've now got a blonde hair, pink hair, and a couple of baldies who can get wigs put on them. If you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching. If you've only watched bits of it and jumped around and ended up here, thank you for watching anyway too. Please feel free to subscribe. I do make many different types of doll video, some random, some a bit just manic, some don't work at all, and some look great. Hopefully one of them tickles your pickle. I've just realised who she looks like. I've been staring at her being like, she looks familiar. If you've ever seen The Emperor's New Groove, I think she looks a bit like Yzma, is her name? Yzma? The bad guy in that. I think it might just be the purple, but you know, that's fine. It's a look nonetheless. It's the purple plus the lashes, that's definitely what it is. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Comments, always appreciated. If not, have a great day, and until next time, thank you for watching. Stay safe. Bye.